EA Sports, and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the northeastern coast of the U.S. and Lighthouse Point, live final round coverage of the main classic. 18 holes, that's all we get to try and find a champion. It's a daunting task, but someone's going to shoot the low round of the day and walk off with a title. As we look at the early leaderboard, we've got a tie at the very top at 4 under to this point. Meanwhile, our featured golfer looking to cobble together a solid round here on this fine Sunday. Well, I don't think that's how you envision things starting. A wayward first tee shot, but he's going to get away with it as that ricochets back into the fairway.
Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good and even money, really, to make birdie.
Well done. That one rolled in for a birdie. And he will definitely not say no to that. Now at the second here at Lighthouse Point, Frank, this is some tough par 3.
If you want to try and really break the hole down and be a purist here, Rich, you'd like to hit a little cut into this green, something that moves away from the water and the cliff, back towards that bunker. That would be the perfect shot to hit. But such a difficult par 3, anything on the green would be good here.
Oh, no, I think he was about ready to walk that in. That looked on target the whole way. That finished off for par here at the second, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Frank, I like the mix of holes as we start out here at Lighthouse Point. Tough par 4, then a par 3, and now a scoring opportunity with a par 5 at the third.
Scoring opportunity with a good drive. Very thin fairway here, Rich. This hole is built for accuracy, and players off the tee, they're going to have to try and hit this fairway. Long fairway bunker runs almost the entire length of this hole, and it could act actually as a little helper, stop you going down by the cliff, because anything left, obviously, on that cliff line will go all the way down to the ocean.
Just a bit too much on the second shot on this par 5 putt. Shouldn't have too much trouble getting it up and down for the birdie. Let's bring in Nota Begay the third for a look at birdie.
Absolute perfect spot to putt from. Very little break, if any. You should be able to just run this right in.
That had a pretty good line. Very close to going in. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. Well, here at the par 4 fourth, 411 yards, Frank, this is the kind of hole where you want to pull out the cell phone and maybe take a few pictures because the views are absolutely amazing.
And you also see why this golf course is called the Cliffs, that's for sure. Great vistas. This front nine completely lines the coast, so you're going to need to keep it fairly straight on this golf course. This hole in particular, though, the fairway is actually rather generous, so you do get a little bit of reprieve off the tee. And you really want to hit the fairway because that green is very tiny, Rich.
That's up in the wind, maybe drifting a little left.
That got a fortunate bounce. That'll be just fine.
So, after the fortunate kick, his second to the par 4. Okay, not the intended plan there, as this ball's going to wind up a foot or two off the green. Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under. Now at the 5th hole, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
Well, it's very easy to get lulled into a false sense of security here, Rich. No fairway bunkers, you sort of think you would blaze away. But really, you've got to find the fairway here. Very small green and well protected by that bunker short and right of this green. So if you miss the fairway, this hole becomes very difficult indeed quite quickly.
Gotta think this an extra half club or more as he sets for his second into the wind. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Yeah, too much spin coming out of that sand. Not quite the run out you're looking for, and that'll come up a wee bit short. Yeah, that's good putt. It is a par here at the 5th, and he'll stay at 2 under. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. Got to fly that. Green's not too deep, so really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
Safely in for par here at the 6th, and he'll remain right where he is. Par 4 7th, only 370 yards. Frank, decision to be made off that tee.
It is. I walked this hole, Rich, to the narrowest point of the fairway. It's 278 yards, and if you want to carry that left side, you're going to have to be strong 300 yards. So really, I don't know if driver's the play, maybe even 3 wood's too much. You might have to throttle back even further. So the hole might be short. You just might get a little bit of a longer second shot than what the scorecard would normally allow you.
That one gonna split the middle, maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. This going to be equally as tough. Another try to get this up and out. All right, good job to blast that out, but it is by no means home. Wow. I'd give that the full 10 seconds. But nope, I think that's staying out. What a shame. Now another par 3. We're at the 8th. Frank, it's only 165 yards.
It is, but when you look at the green, you can see how narrow it is. Actually, the green is nearly a figure 8, so it's obviously the right number hole. Bunker's sort of short leftish and that little pocket area on the right, so it'll punish anything left or right, even though the hole's just that meager yardage.
That one gonna wind up smack dab in the middle of the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, you got to be careful of this ball jumping on you right at the outset. It's going to need a fairly firm stroke to get it up that incline.
Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. Okay, good roll there. It is a par here at the 8th, and he'll stay at even par. We move to the 9th hole, and we begin to go inland, Frank. I'll miss some of the views along the ocean. I won't miss the nerves with the potential of a golf ball sailing off into the Atlantic Ocean. That said, par 5, you think about a scoring opportunity, but then I look at the scorecard, and it says this is the number 6 handicap hole. That's pretty tough.
It is, and the reason why is there's trouble both sides of this fairway, and that's normally sand and cliffs, and the designer's really thrown the boat out, excuse the pun. We are on the coastline here. This whole dog legs to the left, and ideally, you just sort of like to go fairway, fairway pitch. That's the prudent way to play the hole, but of course, everybody likes to chance the driver and reach the par 5 and 2. Miss, pay the price.
Well, that's going to make getting to this green into a tall order as that tee shot into the bunker. Okay, that's a good, safe play. Get it back out into the fairway. Get some distance if you can, and gets it to try and make a good third on this par 5.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Nearly had it. Just going to wander a foot or so by. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that will mean it's an even par score of 35 on this front side. Frank, you think about the great designers, Pete Dye, Alistair McKenzie, and Christian Brandt is certainly in that conversation. They like to play mind games with you, and you're playing with people's heads when you look at that number on the card versus the 10th hole.
Yeah, 10th hole, which is par 4, plays a lot longer than 11, but this is it's a very clever hole. It's called what we call a tweener. It's in between a 4 and a 5. So if you walk away with here with 5, you feel like you've lost something. Walk away with 4, you feel like you've gained something. So the great par 5s are often reachable. 11, that's one of them.
And this one's only 530 yards as a par 5, and remember 10 was a par 4 at 592. Shouldn't be much in this for birdie. Yes, rolls it right in. A birdie here at 10. Will certainly help the cause. Now we go to the 11th hole, and this is a par 5, but it's actually shorter than the par 4 10th. This one comes in at 530 yards, and more evidence of the kind of creativity by the award-winning design team of Patel and Duncan.
Well, that's right. Patel really is known to be the shaper. He's the one that makes all those interesting shapes of the bunkers. For example, here, nipping it in the fairway, making driver almost too much club or very, very risky, plus the front bunker there. Now, this is a great par 5. The reason why, it's reachable, it's tempting, but you don't know what you're going to finish up shooting on it. Two solid shots, gets close to this par 5 green and 2. I know the ball's in the rough, but it's not too bad. With a good short game, perhaps birdie.
Yes, good start to this backside. Back-to-back birdies here at 10 and 11. And he will definitely not say no to that. Back here now at the 12th hole, par 4, 439 yards, Frank, to the center of this green off the black tees.
And if the breeze blows left to right, this hole plays very hard. One of the reasons why, just through the fairways, littered with bunkers. So not only do you have to pick the right line, but somehow you've got to get that ball the right distance as that hole bends completely to the left. Rather interesting shaped green here at 12.
This is a stiff test, no doubt. So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball. From the rough, we check in with Noda.
113 to the hole. Coming off back-to-back birdies. Great chance to make it 3 in a row.
And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
No missteps there. It is a par here at 12. And he'll stay right where he is. Now to the 13th hole, and Frank, this could make you quake in your soft spikes. 702 yards? Par 5, it might should be a par 6 or a 7.
Well, I think a few people will make 6 or 7 here. You're right. This is a rarity in golf, 700 yards. So forget about any thought of even getting close to this par 5 and 2. Plus, just to add insult to injury, the 2 bunkers off the tee are perfectly placed. They're about 298 yards, smack bang in the middle of that. I doubt you can get past those, but you need a good drive, really, to try and leave yourself a short third shot.
That's what he wanted to do. After the tee shot, puts himself in really good position here on the par 5. Okay, sensible play right there, and that one on deck. Oh, no problems at all. The pace perfect. It is in for birdie. And he's back within 2 with 5 holes remaining. Starting the 14th hole. Okay, a friendly bounce there, and that will make its way onto the putting surface. This for birdie now at 14.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Another rolled in there. Birdie's now at 13 and 14. And his crowd loves it. The lead is down to 1 with 4 holes to go. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. This is a 16-footer. No. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain at 4 under. We begin the finishing stretch here at Lighthouse Point with the downhill 241-yard par 3 16th, bunker in the back, but open access to the pin otherwise. Fun hole here. And that's certainly not what you have in mind standing on the tee box. That never had a chance of hitting the green.
It is a game of touch. It is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
Yeah, that's well done, though it is for bogey here at the par 3. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par.
17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in 2. It's 2 big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway, so if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch. And
to his left. Ooh, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch.
And that second shot on this par 5, it just came out too low, came out like a bullet. That first bounce, it wasn't going to stop. Second bounce wasn't going to stop, and just ran over the back.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Oh, finishing strong. That's in for birdie here at 17. And the lead is down to 1 with 1 hole left to go. We end our day here at Lighthouse Point with a par 4 18, under 400 yards. A good chance to go after the pin if you can stay in the fairway off the tee.
Mishit, wrong club. What happened there, Frank?
All the above, maybe. It's a little bit of a head scratcher. Wasn't that hard a shot.
"15 feet away." Okay, a good putt, able to save par here at 18, and that is going to be a solid round of 68. So, Frank, not quite enough to get the job done in the end, but I think you did great. Titles are nice, but if you can rack up top 5 finishes, you're going to do just fine.
Especially when you have a strong field like we saw today. So I think top 5, certainly give yourself a pat on the back.